I don't remember exactly which stream I talked about this on, but this Corey A. DeAngelis person talked about a Texas public school DEI director told an undercover journalist her biological boy could play in a girl's sport by finding workarounds to the law. District called police and detained the journalist for confronting the DEI director. So the first part, we saw these clips of this journalist talking to the DEI director and being told, like, yes, we can find loopholes for your child. We can make sure that their gender identity is honored at our school. And then the update is that apparently the journalist has been detained. An undercover journalist confronted the DEI director about coaching parents on how to circumvent the law protecting girls' sports. She denied it at first, and the journalist lets her know he has undercover video evidence. What if I told you I had a video right here of you saying all of those things? The DEI director then admits that it was her. She says the district will continue to go off of the birth certificate, even if she knows the child had a male birth certificate before. It does not matter what we know or what we don't know. It matters what's on that legal document. The DEI director then says parents who are upset about this practice should take it up with their lawmakers. When asked if she would continue doing the same thing in the future, she said, "I'm following the law." Another Hutto ISD, something went wrong, they deleted their account. Administrator kicks out the undercover journalist and called the police. District police officer says the journalists are detained, and the journalist continues to ask district officers if they support the DEI director coaching parents on how to circumvent the law. He then gets kicked off district property. The journalist is Adam Gillette, president of Accuracy in Media. Undercover journalists are at Accuracy Media. This is the 4th Texas school district they've exposed in the last month. And obviously, I'm going to watch the full video because I hate these cut-up clips having to jump from one to the other. Texas school district that was just exposed, a Hutto ISD near Austin. The administrator caught on video was Keyawna Glaze, I bet she is, Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Hutto ISD. This is Keyawna Glaze's I almost said IMDb. LinkedIn, that's the word I was looking for. I'm elated to announce my new role as Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion with Hutto ISD. This is a year ago. And I guess I was adding an N there. It's Hutto, not Hutton. I hate Austin so much. Keyawna Glaze, this was an update that he posted, is no longer working as the DEI director at Hutto. She left the district after last month's confrontation. She just announced on LinkedIn 1 week ago that she is now a teacher support specialist at International Alliance Group. Who wants to put money on the fact that a teacher support specialist is just a DEI administrator under a different name? Happy to share that I've started a new position as a teacher support specialist at International Alliance Group. Thankful for the opportunity to support and impact educators on a global scale, ensuring they feel valued, inspired, and equipped to excel. Is water wet? Governor Greg Abbott responded to this guy's posts about the last Accuracy in Media investigation with a call to ban DEI in K-12 grades and cut funding. He also called to ban DEI for K-12 during his official State of the State address this week. And Greg Abbott's tweet says, "Last session we banned DEI in higher education and cut funding for any DEI positions. This session we will ban DEI in K-12 grades and cut funding. No taxpayer dollars will be used to fund DEI in our schools. Schools must focus on fundamentals of education, not indoctrination." And then the link to the State of the State address. 2 + 2 = H. Attorney General Ken Paxton sent demand letters today to 2 other school districts in Texas that were similarly exposed for coaching parents on how to circumvent the law protecting girls' sports. And this is from the Attorney General Ken Paxton. It says, this is to Dallas Independent School District, and the other one is Irving Independent School District. So these look like they are very similar in wording. So I'll read the first one. It has come to our attention that Miss Mahogany Gaston, your LGBT youth program coordinator for Dallas Independent School District, was filmed advising a parent as to how the school district would consider a change of sex on a birth certificate for a student in determining eligibility to participate in sports. Specifically, Miss Gaston advised the parent that if the parent were to change the birth certificate of their son to indicate female, it would enable that male student to participate in interscholastic sports for young women. Miss Gaston further stated that your district finds the loopholes in everything and that she is willing to go to jail for defying Texas law. As you are aware, the 87th legislature, 3rd CS, passed HB 25, codified as Section 330834 of the Texas Education Code, to prohibit a student from competing in interscholastic athletic competitions designated for the opposite biological sex. The advice given by Miss Gaston seeks to directly circumvent this law and abdicate the district's duty to protect interscholastic athletic opportunities for girls. Further, Governor Abbott has consistently reiterated that Texas only recognizes two sexes and that all state policy should reflect this fact, including TEA and UIL policies regarding interscholastic sports. Our office remains concerned that her advice may reflect an unstated policy of Dallas LSD to not uphold the rule of law. Therefore, this office requests the following documents pursuant to the Texas Public Information Act, Chapter 552 of the Texas Government Code. All policies and training material related to compliance with the requirements of HB 25, any communications, including emails to district employees regarding the determination of a student's eligibility to participate in scholastic sports based on sex, including the use of birth certificates or other governmental documents, and any organizational charts documenting Miss Gaston's placement within the Dallas ISD management structure. That's what I like to fucking see. Because these people need to be completely fired, not restructured, not moved around to a different department, because if they stay there, they will continue doing the same exact job. They must be fired. They can find a job elsewhere. They can get a job doing something else that doesn't put them in a position of power to change what our children are thinking or to have an effect on the culture at large with their insidious ideals. International Alliance Group coordinate H-1B hires for schools and healthcare. Ooh. And finally, all documentation regarding the creation of the LGBT Youth Program Coordinator, the position's job description, and sources of funding for the position. All district meeting minutes containing any discussion regarding the LGBT Youth Program Coordinator, their role within the district, or district policy as it relates to LGBT student participation in interscholastic athletic competitions. And I just want to see what the title of the other woman is. So for the Irving Independent School District, it was Mr. Rennie Lizardo. Really? His last name is literally Lizard. Your Executive Director of Campus Operations. All right, okay. So he doesn't even have like a DEI title anymore. He just has like a normal, like you can't tell what he's doing title. Lizardo. They're getting very, very what's the word I'm looking for? Fucking unimaginative with their naming conventions. Totally not a lizard. Yeah, it's very subtle. Lizardo, enemy of Arachnid Muchado. And then, the school district, this is 17 hours ago. The school district, Hutto ISD, is now deleting posts and turning off replies after significant pushback. This is a First Amendment violation by a government entity. Hutto ISD recognizing our licensed mental health professionals. Mental well-being is just as important as academic success, and our licensed mental health professionals are here. Who can reply? Accounts at Hutto ISD follows or mentioned can reply. Breaking the school district that was exposed just deleted their account. Cannot retrieve post at this time. Please try again later. It's gone. It's fucking gone. We knew that earlier because I tried to hover over their @ and it was just something went wrong, man. Something went wrong. But the video of the undercover guy, well, I guess he's not really undercover, the non-undercover reporter asking questions of the look at how empty this woman's face is. There is nothing there. She's literally like a vessel for ideology and not even a human. That is crazy to me. The eyes always get you, man.
Unless you're telling us that we're being detained, we're going to depart.
Yes, you're being detained.
Accuracy of media.
We received a report that a parent met with you and has a trans child, and you coached them on how they could circumvent the state law banning biological boys from girls' sports. Is that true?
No, that is not true.
Keyawna Glaze is the Director of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion for Hutto ISD outside of Austin. Our undercover journalist recently met with her to determine whether her district was following Texas's ban on biological boys in girls' sports.
So I hear you have a kiddo who district?
I just want to point out that this DEI, holy shit, this freeze frame on her face is like a horror movie. Holy shit. That is terrifying. The Senpaku eyes. Oh my god. But she also, on her laptop, she has a whole bunch of Naruto stickers. Like, she's got Kakashi here. She's got some fucking Akatsuki person. I don't recognize them. She's got the little Naruto cracker. What is this? What is it? Don't trip over something that is behind you. I believe in public schools. A fucking glitzy glam cowboy boot. This looks like a pink bunny behind the words. Not Pippa, but just like a generic pink bunny.
Hopefully.
Oh, it's a pink hippo.
She is transgender. So any school district that like we're considering or private schools or anything, we'd like them to be accepting and welcoming towards transgender students. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then does Brenda play any sport?
Soccer.
So I will.
Bro, that's a hippo. Look, I just saw pink and something that looked like the tip of bunny ears. I couldn't tell with the text over it. I already said it was a hippo, okay?
Here in Texas, it is the UIL policy that they have to play on the team of the gender they were assigned at birth.
Did you give them any tips on changing the birth certificate before moving to the district so that they could?
No, I did not.
What if I told you I had a video right here of you saying...
What if I told you that you're a fucking liar? I love the way you just fucking smoothed into that, man.
all of those things?
In New Jersey, you can get the official state documents, including the birth certificate, to be changed.
Why you always lying?
Is that something that if I were to go through the process?
I can bring that with you.
Okay.
The only thing about Texas is they're not allowed, I think as of like 2023, they can't change their birth certificates anymore.
Right.
One thing I really hate about like these documentary things, right, is that they always play that like emotional music because Americans don't know how to respond to things that they're watching unless they have those different like emotional cues in the music in the background. I can't stand that shit. I wish they would stop that.
But
I mean, she was born in New Jersey.
right,
Yeah.
and it's already done,
Right.
and there's nothing that can like.
Then there's nothing you can do about it. Right. Okay. Okay.
So there's workarounds.
Okay.
You didn't hear from me.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
So there's workarounds.
So it seems like you did coach them in workarounds to circumvent the state law.
Not coach them on workarounds to circumvent the state law.
But that's exactly what you were doing in the video. What do you mean, woman?
told them if that's what they do in their state, then that's what they can do in their state. But once they come here, we go by that. And so whatever's gone by that, if that's not in our UIO guidelines or in our laws, then that is what it is.
You don't view that as circumvention of the state law?
No, sir.
Okay.
And legally, like
Literally calling it a workaround, but you know, it's not circumvention.
it's done. Like there's
Yeah.
it didn't happen in Texas. It happened
Right.
in another state.
Right.
That is 100% for
Yes.
those students, and so
Yes. Okay.
so there's
It's good to hear. Okay. So
workaround.
She made it clear that the only birth certificate she had at that time was male. And yet you still, as long as she got a new birth certificate, would place that child in women's sports.
So I let her know that what we go off of here in Texas for UIL is the birth certificate. If that birth certificate says male, if that birth certificate says female, that's what we go off of.
So even though you know she had a male birth certificate, as long as she has another one, you'll go off that one?
That is the law, sir. We go off of that legal document. It does not matter what we know or what we don't know. It matters what's on that legal document because that is.
She's so weaselly, man. Like, there's no way out of this. So I guess she has to be weaselly, because, like, why admit fault, you know? Why admit you did something? Well, I mean, in her opinion, she did the right thing. Why, if it's the right thing, why you gotta lie about it?
the process.
If you want to participate in a UIL sport, you have to participate on a team based on the individual sex assigned at birth.
However, if the birth certificate's changed, yes.
Then that's what we're
That's what we're going off of. Yeah,
exactly.
yes.
Do you think that parents in this district would be thrilled to know that there are workarounds for the law and that biological boys can play in girls' sports?
Unfortunately, I'm not the one who creates those laws. So if that is an issue, then they need to take it up with their lawmakers who create those laws and make sure that there are amends to that law to cover things like that.
Because you're saying as long as the law is like this, you're going to continue doing it that exact way.
I'm following the law.
Why is getting a new birth certificate with different information even a thing that you can do in the U.S.? It's not just in the U.S. that you can do it. There's countries in Europe that were allowing transgender individuals, heavy quotation marks on transgender, to get their birth certificate changed to their preferred sex as well. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who creates those laws. What the fuck, woman? Yeah, right? She was indeed not following the law. It's a little wild. And I'm sure these people fancy themselves like, you know, saviors of the oppressed. So they're just like, oh, you couldn't be honest about when you were going to free the slaves, could you? That's why we can't be honest about what we're doing to protect these trans children.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So you lied to gain entry in this building?
That's right.
Okay, so you need to leave.
Wait, why is it a problem that he lied to gain entry, but it's not a problem that she's lying about the sports at their school? Hold on, wait a minute. Now lying is suddenly a problem.
District police are on their way.
Great.
Keyawna, this
Great.
is over. You need to step out of the building and turn off all these devices.
Would you like to see the video of her telling a parent how
No, I
to
don't
circumvent
wanna
the
see
state
that.
law? Does that
I don't wanna
worry
see
you? What's your name and
I have no
title?
comment.
Please keep your hands off me.
You need to leave the building
We'll leave the building.
right now.
We'll have the video parked right outside so that anybody who
You're
enters and
blocking the
exits can
public
see it.
street. Here's district police. They lied to gain entry.
Say what?
They lied to gain entry.
That's true.
Yeah, lying
He
to
asked us
gain
to leave and we're leaving. Have we broken any laws in any way, shape, or form?
I only have your side of the story right now, sir.
Well, I think we're going
Wait, how does he only have this guy's side of the story when the school people are the one who called the police in the first place? Wouldn't they have the school people's side of the story before they talked to the little interview guy? Hold on, wait a minute. She's lying and breaking a whole ass law? Yeah, exactly, man. It's the PC principle.
out. We haven't broken any laws, and if you're not asking us, telling us that we have to stay, I think we're going to depart.
Okay. If you don't mind staying, I'm asking you to do that because I do not know if any law has been broken.
I appreciate that. Unless you're telling us that we're being detained, we're going to depart.
Yes, you're being detained.
We are being detained.
You're not under arrest, but I need to find out both sides of it.
Am I being detained?
The officer who detained us, I'm sure he means well. He said, I got to go check with the administrators. Well, I don't know that they were alleging any law actually being broken. But nevertheless, one would expect a local police officer to have faith and have trust in their local school district, just as much as one would expect the parents to have trust in their local school district. But with radical school districts like Hutto ISD, it is abundantly clear that that faith and that trust is misplaced. Were you aware that your DEI staffer was coaching a parent on how to circumvent state law?
I have no comment.
Do you have any message for the parents, sir, who don't like DEI staffers that use workarounds against state law? Ms. Glaze said she would continue to follow that policy. Do you support that? Should she be doing so?
We're going to ask you if you can comply with us and get off property.
Sure. Are we off the property now?
We won't file a CTW.
Great.
But if you don't comply with that, then we will go through and follow a CTW.
To confirm, officer, are we off the property now?
No, sir. This is
Oh, okay.
parking lot, so property would be in the street.
No problem.
I want you to get hit by a car.
I share that sentiment. Well, we'll stay off your property. We will. We'll probably have additional investigators who come by your district. We're really worried about the fact that your staffer so openly circumvents state law.
I'm not the one who creates those laws, so if that is an issue, then they need to take it up with their lawmakers.
I share that sentiment. That was funny. I liked that. And just because he exposed them, yeah, I feel like if they're breaking a law, he shouldn't really be the one to be getting in trouble for, I guess, doing the investigative journalism, you know? I don't know, man. Normies won't vote for school districts so the ideologues can get in. Unlucky. To be fair, the dude is being an ass. He should have taken the interview and left. I don't think the interviewer guy was being an ass. It looks even more suspicious. Oh yeah, it looks even more suspicious doing this. Are there any comments? Why is there still a DEI office in the school? She needs to be fired and kept away from school children. Cut off the funding. Saying workaround equals you're fired. It's creepy. Women are helping men take their sports away. I don't get it. It's because they think they're helping people. They think they're doing a good thing.